Hello, my crafty friends. I am on today to get started with my collaboration with Denise Abate-Smith from Treasure of a Crafty Mind. She's on Facebook, she's on Instagram, and she is on YouTube. She and I kind of run in the same circles, and she reached out and said, "Hey, do you want to do this with me?" And I said, yes. So I'm really excited to say that we're going to do this. We're going to drop a video twice a week, so Wednesdays and Sundays on YouTube at 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Eastern time. So whatever time zone you're on, you'll find us on YouTube. So Wednesdays and Sundays. And it's an open collaboration, so that means our goals are to use paper, obviously, but paper we haven't used. So I have a lot of 6x6 and 8x8 paper pads that, for various reasons, if I showed you where they're sitting, I'm not tall enough to reach them, so I need to bring them down. But we're going to use paper pads that we haven't used, kind of use up our stash type of idea. And then the other part of it is that we're going to use dies that we've never used. I buy them. I get excited about buying them. I mean, tell me you wouldn't have bought this one. This is like a really cute, adorable skeleton. And just know over the coming weeks, you're going to see that I'm actually going to use this. And I've had this one for a while. It's not the one I did today, but I will tell you about the two that I used for today's projects. So this is our first video. This is for September 7th, Sunday, September 7th. But here we go. Right now, currently, I have fall and Halloween out. And because I'm doing a few other videos. So I decided that I got all excited about this die here. It might be a KS craft. I can't tell you at this point in time. I don't really know. I took it out of its packaging for whatever reason. I didn't label it because, oh, hello, I'm not that organized. In my dreams I am, and my dreams in real life never match that well. So I decided I would use this one. Why not? It's a shaker, or it doesn't have to be a shaker. There are a few other pieces that go to this die. Let me see if I can share those with you. There are, oh, here we go. There is this part right here. That's a solid pumpkin. Okay. And we are in pumpkin. Are we in pumpkin season? Is it too early? I don't know. The weather has changed where I'm at. I'm in Northern California, near the Sacramento area. And we went from last week being in the 100s to this past week coming all the way down into the 80s, which is almost perfect. So very exciting. Feels like pumpkin season to me. But this is, so it's a shaker, or it doesn't have to be, but I chose to do a shaker. Let me see what other parts. You'll see that it'll be fun to try to use all of these things. And it's not what I chose for this time, but you have the jack-o'-lantern face right here. So you can add that in, okay? And you will probably see this project in the coming weeks with some other U2 hops that I'm working on. This is some of the other things, dies that were with it, and then like a little sprinkle top. So this was pretty cute. I liked it. I don't know, I feel like I've had it for a few years in my stash. You can also put a straw in it if you want to, which is pretty cute. I didn't choose to do that for this particular project, but we have to start somewhere, right? And so this is what I chose to do. I used a stamp. Here's my flower punch. I have had this forever. And it's probably how I started making flowers way back in Foreverville. But here we go. There's several layers. I am terrible making shakers. And for me, I found so far the best way to make them is if I take out 110-pound cardstock and just keep layering it. So you keep cutting out the same thing over and over again. And somehow the methodical winding of the big shot like that does not bother me at all. You just stack everything up and, create a little habit. I did the flowers, and I have more, but I think I decided to stop right there. The paper pad that I used this week, because it's the one I've been working with, and I'm trying to smash the darn thing. It is, let me pull that one out. Let me see, I have two different things on my desk today that I am working from. Some you just take whatever days you've got and you do as much as you can. This is the collection I am using. This one is, here we go. This is the collection. This one was good for both Halloween and there was enough stuff in it to work it to make fall. So I've been using this collection for a few different things, and you can see that in my other project too. So this one here was from the bits and pieces. This one here was from the paper punch flowers. I layered it up, and then I created just simply using a few different things. I did not use that one. I think these are the sprinkles that I used. I've got some sequins and this mix right here. I feel like I've had that forever. So for me, it's about using the things that I have. I think this was from the Magic Mixery store a couple years ago. And that's what's left. Just pulling out the things so I can use up what I have, but also use what I haven't used. So this one here, I chose to do the shaker. And what am I going to do with it right now? I don't know. But in the coming weeks, I'm sure you will see it again. It'll probably get put into something or on something. It is very, very pretty. My little mix was simple. I used one of the little words off of the sticker sheet from the Simple Stories Fabulous. There's not much left of the sticker sheet because I have been using it up. I'm just trying to smash it because, well, there's not much left of it. I probably won't order it again. So that's what's left of it. And this is what I created. So this is the first die. I've had it for a couple of years. I feel like I've had it a couple of years, and I was all excited about purchasing it, and I'm like, why didn't I use it? And I think sometimes what deters me is that mostly because doing shakers, I'm not that great at it, and I know I've watched everybody do them, and I think when I first learned how to make shakers, it was stacking it this way, and this can be a little bit tedious instead of using the foam, but when I use the foam, I have yet to perfect it, but I will keep trying. But I love the little cup. I like pumpkin season. I do. So this grabbed my attention. The other die that I used, I made a card today. So this die, I'm going to be honest, I don't know where I got it from. It could be a Temu purchase. I wish I was organized enough to do it. But this is to do I'll show you what it does. And I know we make these by hand, and we can make them any way. But here we go, to do this part right here. And now, I've made cards like this without the die. And I will tell you, I feel like when you measure it out and everything, it works out really, really well. I love this feature where you go, bam. It's so beautiful. I love it. This one here, this is what I use. So normally, I have to be honest, it was probably easier just to measure one out. And I can make it whatever size I want. But this was very specific. It was small. I don't know why I ordered it. If I knew, I probably ordered it because I thought, oh, this part right here is the hardest part to do for that type of card. But it really isn't. When you look at it, it really is not that hard. The folding part seemed a little bit challenging because most of the time these dies don't come with any instructions. So is that a wishful thinking thing? Absolutely. So this is the contraption that makes it pop open. So that was cool. And the size is good. I like the size. And then this is the part where you fold. And the die came with these different types of frames. You know, so you've got layers. This is the one that I used today. This one here. But check it out what it came with. It came with this one. That's like fancy. It came with this one here, and you've got 2 different sizes for lots of layering features. And over the coming weeks, the season, you'll see these. And then something like that. So you've got a lot that you get to work with. And then, you know, here you go. Bam. So I probably thought it was going to be easier to do it, but you are limited in the size when you do it this way, when you've got the die, but I loved it. And then I will tell you that I used the letters from the inside. Let me pull those up for you. These are the letters that I used. I'm going to say these are, I probably got these off of Temu. I think I got them because they were kind of scary looking letters a little bit. I've thought they could be used for Halloween. So that's why they got pulled out, because I'm going to use them for Halloween crafting. But also, look at how cute they are. Here, that turned out really nice. So I did those in gold. And again, I used the same paper pad, this one here, the Simple Stories Fabulous. I used that one, and I just layered it up. Now, on the front here, I used the word welcome. I cut that out, and I don't have a whole lot of, I do have words. Oh, if I organize them, I could probably find better. But this one here, it came out of a different die that I've never used before. You're going to love this. Let's see. It came out of this one here. As you can see, this belongs in here. This belongs right up in here. I have not used this one yet. So you will see this very, very soon. I do not ever have any good luck. And this is why I end up putting those away the way that I do. Okay. And then there were some other little leaves, and that came off of another die cut that I've never used before. I really hit it good with this today. Oh, this one here. This one is an acorn. Is that Scrap Diva? I'm not sure. I don't know. Someday, in my dreams, I will be organized. But that's where you can see these are the leaves that I used to add on. So I took a variety of dies that I've never used before and took out different bits and pieces to create this very, very simple card. But the big dealio is this part right here. Way. And I'll use it again and again. But I do know how to do it from scratch, you know, without the die. Having the die just limits you in size. If you know how to make them without the die, then you have a lot more choices. But this was good. I enjoyed using it. I will use it again. Now that it's been broken down and used, I'll go, oh yeah, I can use that. But this is a smaller card. It's like let me measure this real quick. It is it's a 4x4 card. So I'll make an envelope for it and I will use it. There we go. All right, you guys. So this is for my very first collaboration with Denise. I am really excited to see where we go with this and what Wednesday's project will be. I don't think that there is limits on how many projects you can do or teaching or anything like that. So hopefully you'll be excited and pleasantly surprised and join us on our journey of using stuff we haven't used before, using up paper packs, using up the dies that we haven't used, kind of going through our stash and seeing what we got going on in there. I can tell you in this basket right here, right there is those are all my Halloween dies and my fall dies. There's probably a few more, but for the most part, that's it right there. And I can tell you there's boxes, there's all kinds of stuff that I have not used that you will get to see. All right, my friends, until our next Use It collaboration, we'll see you then. Thank you.